Hello everybody, Claudia Boleyn here, and today I am extremely upset and extremely angry, as I'm sure you can tell, because I am so ashamed of our community. I'm talking about the LGBTQIA+ community. I made a video a couple of days ago about Pride, and it was a really happy video, and I was talking about how thrilled I am that as a bisexual woman I feel able to say that, and that my family have accepted me, blah 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 blah, it's not about that. Meanwhile, while I was having a great Pride, and other cis people from our community were having a great Pride, I found out yesterday that at Pride weekend a lot of trans women were assaulted and abused by members of our community. This is not good enough. This is 2014. The entire reason we have Pride is because of the Stonewall riots. Go and look them up. Go and look up who fought in the Stonewall riots. Look up who fought for us and our right and our freedom and our pride. And you will find trans women. You will find trans women of colour. So how dare you and how dare we as a community let this happen to our trans sisters on Pride weekend? Without trans women, we would not have Pride, so it disgusts me to my core that members of my community are making trans women feel unsafe in a celebration which should be full of respect and love for that community who gave us this celebration, who gave us that freedom. I cannot understand it, and it is so unfair. I made a video before called Tumblr Hates Cis People, in which I talked about cisphobia, which I don't think is a real important issue, yet somehow people are equating it to transphobia. And although I got quite a lot of hate for this video, I also got a lot of praise for this video, and people saying, oh, you know, what a great cis person, what a great message, thinking of a group that isn't your own. And as much as I really do appreciate that, so thank you if you sent me love for that and the appreciation. But the truth is that if a trans woman made that video, if she spoke her truth, if she told you about her own experiences, she would face so much abuse and harassment. And it's got to the point online that so many trans women don't even feel safe to speak their truth because of all this hatred and harassment, and it's just not good enough. I try to keep my videos upbeat, and I try to be loving and kind in my videos and extend that to all people. However, I believe we have to be very, very firm on this issue. If you do not support trans people, if you do not support trans women, then I cannot support you. We have to make the LGBTQIA+ community safe for everybody in that community. As cis people, we have a responsibility to make it safe, to make sure that we take out our own trash. If we see somebody being a trans misogynist, or we see someone being transphobic and vile, it's our responsibility to tell that person exactly where to go. It's not up to the trans members of our community to deal with that. It's up to us. Because the truth is that people do not listen to trans people, members of the trans community. I have seen trans activists beg to be given their humanity. I have seen them reason to be given their humanity, and I've seen them get angry that they're not getting their humanity. Every single one of the approaches that they try does not work because people do not have respect for trans people. It's absolutely not good enough. So this is it. This is where we have to step in as cis allies to the trans community, and we have to help. They are under so much harassment and abuse. I see it day after day on my dashboard happening to trans activists, so please do not tell me that's not true, because you know it's happening. We all know this is happening all over the place. There's no good denying it. The trans community is constantly being beaten down and belittled online, so we need to step in and take that metaphorical punch for them. I'm not saying we need to speak over the trans community, that's not what I'm saying at all, but what we have to do is, like I said, we have to take out our own trash. It's not the trans community's job to go around collecting all the disgusting cis bigots and try and beg them to stop doing what they're doing. It's our responsibility as cis allies to get in there and get those people away. We need to get those people out. We need to make our spaces safe. The same goes within feminism. I am very proud of the feminist movement, and I know there's a lot of different ideologies within the feminist movement. I personally try to strive to be an intersectional feminist, but I also need to tell you that if you are a feminist that does not support your trans sisters, then I'm sorry, but I do not support you, I do not love you, and to be perfectly honest, I despise you. In a movement for the liberation of women, in a movement for freedom, how can you alienate and harm women? Why would you even do it? Trans women are at such a risk of danger and abuse. In the LGBT community, they are the group that trans women of colour are the group that are most likely to be abused or to be killed. We need to protect women. I thought the entire point of feminism was to protect women. So if you use your version of feminism to put down trans women, and I know who you are, I have seen you hunt trans people down, I have seen you look for trans women, I have seen you deliberately misgender trans women, I have seen you deny their existence, I have seen you abuse them online, you know who you are. I despise you, and I will forever stand by the side of my trans sisters and show solidarity for my trans sisters rather than stand side by side with you because you disgust me. This is happening. It's happening every single day. I see it in the real world and I see it online. Transphobia is a real problem. Trans misogyny is a real problem, and we need to do something about it. As cis people, we need to stop going on about cisphobia. Have a look at the world out there. To complain about cisphobia is completely, it's vile and it's selfish and it's completely undermining the plight of the trans community. The fight, they have to fight for their humanity. Even now they are fighting for their right to be recognised, for basic human respect, and then we have the nerve to go on about cisphobia? Open your eyes, take a look at the real world. I'm not going to apologise for the tone of this video, I'm not going to apologise for the fact that it's more angry than usual, because I am very angry and I feel guilt. I feel guilt as a cis person because I only learned about trans issues in the past year, and before that I was perpetuating all this awful rubbish, and I've still got so much to learn. Every single day I'm still learning from those trans bloggers that I follow, from those trans activists, from those brilliant trans women of colour. I'm still learning from them. I'm part of the problem. If you're cis, you're probably also part of the problem, but it's not up to the trans community to beg us to change our ways. We need to take the initiative. It's not up to them. We need to educate ourselves. If you are one of the people from the LGBTQIAP+ community that thought it was appropriate to abuse trans women at Pride this year, or in fact at any time ever, then I don't know what to say to you. I would have thought that people from our community would have more caring in them, more compassion, because we know what it feels like to be oppressed. We don't understand what it's like to face transphobia. Facing transphobia is something we cannot even hope to imagine, and we wouldn't want to imagine it. It's a terrible, terrible thing, but I would have thought people from our community would know what it feels like to be marginalised and would want to extend our love to other groups that are going through similar problems. Fellow cis people, so many of us think that it's okay to be impartial when something like transphobia or trans misogyny happens, and we think it's okay to not get involved because it's nothing to do with us. But not picking a side does pick a side. If you choose not to get in there and to say that's transphobic and that is wrong, then you are basically siding with the people who are transphobic. You're siding with trans misogynists. It's a choice you make. Are we going to stand passively and let the trans community that we owe so much go through this, or are we going to be brave? Are we going to stand up, and are we going to say no, this is not acceptable? Thank you so much for watching this. Claudia Boleyn, signing out.